All right, we are live. We are live.
Share. Hello everyone, Ajay this side, and I am the founder of Coach, a agency focused on coaches and course creators in scaling their business. And today we have, this is my first live and I am a bit nervous, so pardon me for that. And today we have a very special guest with whom I have been working since last almost 1 year, and we have helped her in scaling her business to 5 figures a month. And we have Poornima here, and I would be showing my gratefulness, and I am very thankful to you that you have given me chance to show you and share your journey to my audience. It has been a big pleasure for me to bring you as a guest to my audience, and I would request you to please introduce yourself to my audience.
Sure, Ajay. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here on Facebook, where I can speak about what it meant to be able to be with your team. But before that, hello all. I'm Poornima, and I'm an energetic realignment of hormonal health coach. I work with women on their hormonal issues, and my clientele is spread globally. I have been working digitally since last 2.5 years from when COVID happened. And that's a bit about me. So I'm happy for you to ask questions. I'm super excited to be here. So thank you so much for inviting me, Ajay. And I'm sure my journey would inspire someone to make that decision where they might be thinking, do I have to do Facebook ads? Do I have to do Instagram ads? And if I have to do, then with whom do I do? I'm sure my journey would inspire people. Over to you, Ajay.
So first thing I would like to ask you, how you were into jobs. So what inspired you to start online business, and how come you choose this niche? And when did you started your journey?
Thank you. So health has always been my priority, if it's the right word to use. Yes, definitely the priority. And the reason why health became my priority is my mom always says it's always good to be healthy. So that way, it was inculcated in me from my childhood. But there are various reasons why I chose to become a hormonal health coach, and that comes from my own journey of how I suffered with thyroid issues, being at 90 kgs, postpartum issues, and ankylosing spondylitis, knee pain when I was in my late 20s and early 30s. All of this led to me thinking, if this is what I am in my late 20s and early 30s, what would happen when I am 50, 60? So I studied, and then, as I experienced the changes in me, I thought there are thousands and lakhs of women over there who are experiencing the same issues, and that I will be able to support them. So that's the reason I chose this niche. And the best way to reach those thousands or lakhs of individuals is by going digital. So, and hence went digital in 2020, just before pandemic started.
So before 2020, do you had a business, or you started the business itself in 2020?
Business per se, I started in 2020, but up until then, I have always advised women in my workplace. Wherever I went, I have been an example for them, where I have, after every pregnancy, when I gained 20, 25 kgs, I have always dropped back to what I was pre-pregnant. So that way I have been inspiring women even before I started it as a business journey. But yeah, business per se, I started in March 2020.
One question, it has nothing to do working with us, like when you were in not into business, and since you started business and you started to network with people who are into business, who are into this type of field, were you able to think that is it possible to make like 100K a month 200K a month, like a year, even like can you make 7 figures a year? Like what is the thinking perspective that have changed when you were into job and right now? Like what is the mindset shift that you have experienced? It's nothing to work with us, but I'm just asking just for people to understand what is the thinking perspective that they can develop when they're into a job and when they start a business and they start to experience the things which they have never thought that this is something that it can be even possible to.
That's a lovely question. So, when you work, when you do job, I know you probably have done for a very short
Yeah.
span, but when you actually do job, you're only focused on that literally 9 to 5. Today morning, I have to get up, go to job, do the duties that the job demands, and then come home and take care of other things. So, but if it is business, how it would be is something that I never knew, because none in my family are into business. We have always been coached by my parents about, finishing up studies, getting a job, get into a job, earn, and that way you would have a pretty decent and substantial life. So
Get good
when
promotions.
yes, yes. So when I took this decision of wanting to step into business, it was another coach of mine who helped me into choosing the right niche as well. So while I knew I had good number of skills, but she said health is a beautiful skill, and because I have that in me, I will be able to coach. So again, I did not know what the end goal was. Will I be able to make 5-figure income, 6-figure or 7-figure? All that I knew was this is something that I want to take. This is something I want to share with the world. And I wanted it to reach to women where women thought they have to be, they have to struggle with their day-to-day health, and that was not needed. So with that perspective, I started, but there is a huge shift from where I started in 2020 to what I have experienced in 2021 and to where I am in 2022. So when I started, I had no clue that, there can be a 5-figure business, 6-figure business or 7-figure business. No, absolutely had no idea. I only wanted to work committedly, dedicatedly. That's it.
Yeah. So you mean like you have a very huge mindset shift on thinking perspective that like this is something possible which was you can't even think when you were into job.
100%, because job has, if job in job, it's every year you get a percentage of hike. You keep looking for that percentage of hike. If it was in India, now I'm in Australia, but in India, annually you get a 10%, 15% or 20% basis on your performance. So we keep looking for that particular hike in our salary, and then, literally work for the rest of the year to get that hike. But in business, it's not like that. You are the game changer. The way you want, you can take it in your business. So I was definitely, there is a huge mind shift where I know in business, if I want this month, I can make anything 20K, 25K a month, or I can make 100K a month. So, but that's not possible in job. I'm still working. I work part-time now, but I'm still working. Even if I work part-time, my salary will not become 3 times for 1 month. Whereas in business, it'll become into 1 month. I hope I made sense.
Yes. So since you are into business since almost 2 years, and journey in business is always not good. Sometimes it's a roller coaster. Sometimes you are like going above and then you are down. So like what is the one thing that you want to tell to the audience when they are falling apart? Like how much time they should keep patience? Like what should they do to not like lose from themselves, like this is not the right thing for me? Because people sometimes they get demotivated. Sometimes there are people who have like good destiny just like me, they just keep on going up, and sometimes there are people they do best, everything is proven, they follow each and every step, like for courses they have taken or they are working with best marketing agency, still things are not working for them and they become frustrated and they just continue the job. So you must have also seen those days, like journeys like roller coaster, sometimes you are going up, sometimes down. So what you want to share about that experience and what is your learning from those things?
Beautiful. See, like you rightly said, that's probably the major difference between a daily job and a business. Where daily job, for sure that
Secure.
you can take leaves, you can take annual leaves, you can take sick leaves, but still you will be paid at the end of the month. There is a standard amount that you will get paid. Whereas in business, at least if you are a new entrepreneur who is getting set up, it's going to take effort. And when I say it's going to take effort, there is a lot of mental effort that needs to be put rather than physical effort. And I'm a person who has always believed in outsourcing things that is not in my niche. So for example, Facebook marketing is not something that I would want to do. If I sit and do Facebook ads, if I learn about all those, it will consume my time. Likewise, I have immediately had virtual assistants who could do things for me where I could focus on other aspects of this. They could do my creative design, they could do my presentations, certain things of, they could do my admin work, etc. Coming to the roller coaster part, it 100% is a roller coaster journey. So there, one of my coach, whom I strongly follow, Lenka, she says that it's a S curve. So it starts off like this and then goes up like this and then flattens out. So when you are starting out, everything needs to fall in place. Your strategy needs to fall in place. Your mindset majorly needs to fall in place. And you have to be committed, dedicated, have the trust and faith. And once you establish, you will come to a place where it's going to take that spike. And when that spike happens, you start to feel better. But then again, there is again, it flattens out, but there is time for that. So for all those people who are starting out new, the best thing that I would advise has worked for me is to invest in myself, one. Two is to invest in those subject matter experts who are best in their niche. I know you through Lenka. So I know whatever Lenka says is something I can trust upon. And then I got in touch with you through Lenka, and from there our journey kicked off. So that's how I got my Facebook ads with you. And then I had my virtual assistants whom I chose who were working. So always hand over certain aspects of work which you don't want your effort to go into to the subject matter experts, and focus on the actual aspect of any business, which is selling. The moment we adjust ourselves, or the moment we convince our mind that we can sell anything to anyone in a way that it transforms the other person's life, and not in a way that I will make money, the game changes.
Absolutely. Beautiful answer. So since now you are a author, and you are standing between like best-selling authors in health category. So tell me, like, have you ever thought that you would be an author, and what is your experience, and how do you feel after becoming an author, and that too your book is ranking between like the people who are best-selling authors in health category, your book ranks between among those people. So like, how do you feel? Like, have you ever thought of this? And how do people like, or relatives, your parents, husband, tell you about your this accomplishment? Like, what is your overall experience?
Actually, thank you for reminding me about me being an author. It's been some time that the book got released. So, while it sits in my mind, but it doesn't sit at the top of my mind. So yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. It's an amazing feeling to be able to author the book. And I know several of them who have been thinking about writing a book, but are either still writing or have not been able to start writing too. Even in those lines, I went out, I reached out for help. While I had thoughts in my mind and I had put in it all, I took the help of a book team that could work on putting it all into different chapters, putting it all in an organized fashion. So I never ever thought I would become an author, though somewhere deep in me, there was always this feeling of, what if I write a book? On what topic will I write? So that way there was this feeling, but I never thought that in 2 short months I could publish my book. And like you said, it's been selling really well. And once, some time back, it was standing at 18th rank among health section, the best-selling books in health section. So it's a very nice feeling that, I'm able to reach through my book to those individual women, probably whom I can't touch my life otherwise. So That's an awesome feeling, no doubt. And with respect to how my family feels, how my husband feels, I'm so glad to be able to have such supportive family. My husband, especially my children, oh my God, they are beyond supportive in everything that I choose to do. And today, whatever I am is because of the support of my immediate family, my extended family, and definitely the team that I am working with.
Awesome, awesome. Now tell me one thing, like if you go back into past, you are from India, Tamil Nadu, right? Then coming from Tamil Nadu to getting a great job in Australia, then to becoming a coach, then to becoming an author. Like, how do you feel? Like, what is your overall feeling? Have you ever thought, even in your mind, like 5 years back, that you will be doing this stuff and life will be this amazing, and like you will be doing events and you will be like networking with so many great people, you will be meeting so many great people, or even talking to those great people, think using their perspective and change your way of perspective? Like, what do you feel?
Well, definitely, if I have to go 5 years
Just
back, we
go
are in
back 5
20.
years back. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are in 2022. If I go 5 years back, which is 2017, absolutely not. I had no clue at all what next 5 years had in store for me, or what next 3 years, because 2020 I started doing. I absolutely had no clue. So it makes me feel as if my life has turned 360 degrees to what I was in India working for a private sector. I did work in a good banking
5 years
industry.
back, you were in India or you were in Australia?
I was in India. I was in
So
India in
in just
2017.
5 years, all miracles happened.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not even 5 years that I came to Australia. It's 3 years and 23 days that I have come to Australia. So in 3 years, it has been a huge shift, huge shift. Something which is, if someone asks me, is imagination, beyond imagination. But I take the credit of each of those shifts, Ajay, and I take it with a lot of pride, a pride that comes from my heart, where I'm grateful for myself that anything and everything that I have achieved in the last 3 years is something that I have consciously made shifts. I will not be able to say, that I closed my eyes and then 3 years passed by or 5 years passed by and here I am today, an author, a mother, and working with the federal government in Australia. No, every decision, every step that I took with a conscious mind, with awareness that, all right, this is what I want next. I will give my best in it and see how the doors open up for the next stage. So that is how I have made those conscious efforts. There are times when I have burnt midnight oil, worked until midnight, slept at 12:31, woke up at 5 o'clock. Even on last Friday, I had a workshop that went on up to 2 a.m. But I sat and listened because I wanted to be there. So I have sacrificed couple of things because I want to be where I am today. But I'm happy I did that, because this journey of mine is something that my entire family is proud of, and I am proud of myself too.
Even I am proud of. Like, you are such
Thank
an
you.
inspiration to women. Like, anything is possible. Like, from a job to going to this level, this is such. You are a big inspiration, and like you are a role model to every woman who are into job, that anything can be possible if they have courage and they put the hard work for that thing. Now coming to the our part, now tell me, like, what is your experience working with a coach and me?
Beautiful. Thank you so much for this question. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, I definitely want each of those entrepreneurs who are going to listen to me, probably now through live or later through replay, to understand what I'm going to speak in the next probably 5 or 10 minutes about UpCoach and working with Ajay. So no doubt, Ajay, who owns UpCoach, is someone who does digital marketing, works on Facebook ads, Insta ads, has his own team, a youngster with a passion to make shifts in his own life and also in the lives of coaches that he's working. And I got introduced to Ajay through my coach, who is Lenka Lutonska. In one of her calls, she was speaking very high about, she calls him AJ. So she was speaking very high about him. She said, AJ is my Facebook ads manager and he does wonderful. I was like, who this AJ is? Which part of world is he from? How can I connect with him? And from there, I started digging, tried to ask my coach. And then she said, it's Ajay Rai. And when I searched in Facebook, I realized that you were already in my friends list.
Yeah.
And we actually spoke in Messenger where you said hi, hello, and I said hi, hello. So I was surprised that we were connected, but we did not know who we were. So I took the opportunity that, being an Indian again, I thought it's easy for me to connect with you. So I took that opportunity to connect with you. And we took it from there to see what can be done. But at that point in time, I was already engaged with another marketing team. They were wonderful team too, but probably they were not the best with in the sense of making Facebook ads doable for coaches. So they were not really sure how they could work through the Facebook ads to get the right leads for me. While I was there with them for close to 7 months, 8 months, I could not see any benefit. Whatever I was seeing was from organic marketing, but nothing happened through them, directly through them. So that way, this is one of those stages, Ajay, where, you spoke about that roller coaster ride. Yes. So from doing organic marketing, I chose Facebook ads marketing. And then with all faith and trust, I had invested good amount. I really can't recollect at this point in time. But if not anything, I had put at least $7,000 to $10,000 in those 7 months of time. But through them, I have not been able to get anything. So that it was, when I took that decision, I took with faith, but it did not work. Now, that doesn't mean that I lose hope and I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not going to try Facebook ads marketing. Probably they were not the best fit for me and I was not a best fit for them. So we spoke and I said, all right, Ajay, let's give it a go. You start it, you take it over and then let's get it done. So from there is where we started working. And the best thing that I like about you and your team and your company, Ajay, is the is the interaction that you people maintain, the transparency in what you do, the authenticity that you provide, the integrity that you hold. So all of these matters a lot, especially when someone comes in from a place where their Facebook ads was not working. So already there is fear there. So that way, with that fear and with when I stepped into it, your openness to help, all of these made me comfortable. And then I was like, I know this person is going to work. And I had your name also. I still have your name saved in my mobile as Ajay at Wonder Boy. That's how I have saved, and that will remain as is. So from there is where we started connecting, we started working. You started to understand my market, and then we did a launch, and we did good number of things in our 1 year of relationship. Ajay, now is it's 1 year? In our 1 year of relationship and partnership. So definitely from probably failed Facebook ad marketing, you have brought me to a 5-figure. And I know now we are working together to scale to 7-figure and above. So thank you and your team so much for standing by, for showing that authenticity, integrity, for being committed and for being transparent in everything that you do. Thank you so much, Ajay.
First of all, I would like to thank you so much for all the kind words, and I'm truly, truly grateful for whatever you have said. It means a lot. Now, like how you would scale, let's say you ask us to do X things, and how you would scale, like we get that thing done like in X days, or our communication thing, like how, let's say you are asking us to do this thing, and then what is your response, what is our response rate, and how early do we finish the things that you ask us, like how do you will rate this?
Cool. So if it is about, so let's take an example of our launches that we do. when we do launches, there are a good number of things that has to happen, isn't it? Launches and even otherwise, any of the changes that needs to happen in Facebook ads or anything at all. The response rate, I would say, if only there is something called as 200 out of 100, I can give that. I have told you sometimes to not be, I mean, I know we are working on other angles of your sleep, etc., but you are extremely responsive with respect to your with respect to my messages. So there are sometimes when I control myself from messaging you at your midnight because I don't want to disturb you, and I know you will message if you see it, reply back if you see it. So it is 200 out of 100, Ajay. And if there are any changes that we have to do as a team, you and your team have always been supportive. We have always nailed the dates that we wanted to go out. I'm very particular about 3 and its multiples, my ads being launched on 3 and its multiple dates. That way I'm very particular about it. So you have always helped me achieve those goals with respect to dates or nailing all those specifics with respect to changes that is needed in Facebook. So yeah, 200 out of 100, nothing beyond, nothing less than that.
Wow, awesome. Like for the last question, like for the coaches who are into coaching niche, what you would recommend them to if they want to work with us? Like what you would tell them?
Sure. So, well, one thing that I would
like
say is
just tell it in like money wise, investment wise, trust wise, result wise, everything. Fully
all right.
with, yeah.
Yeah, if I have to put everything in one line, then I would say Ajay knows what he's doing. Or even further, if I have to shorten it down, Ajay knows his shit. That's how I would call it. Literally, that's how I would call it. He knows what he's doing. Now, for anybody, now, I mean, he has business coaches with him who are 7-figure and above beyond. And that's where I'm going to scale is something that I'm very well aware. Now, if you are someone who is looking for Facebook ads and might have had failed experiences, you might have done by yourself, or you might be someone who would be doing organic marketing up until now and then want to try Facebook ads. My suggestion for you would be in terms of investment. See, if you are of the mindset that let me first make 5,000 and then I will invest into Ajay's company, it's not going to happen that way, darling. You have to, it's not, even when you go to schools, when you go to colleges, you cannot tell them that I will finish first year of engineering and then I will pay 70,000. No, they will not take you. You have to do the investment irrespective of it is studying or irrespective of it is your business. Just because it's business, you want to see turnover first and then want to invest, it doesn't work. So get that thing straight in mind that you have to invest. Now, depending on what you have, what all you want, the investment varies. Like Ajay and his team does funnel building. They do the creatives, they do the email marketing, they do Facebook ads, Insta ads, etc. So that's a separate package. And while their packages might sound, $2,500 is what I have to pay on a monthly basis. If when you make that investment, look at it from an angle of I'm going to make $10,000 and beyond per month, not from the angle of okay, I have to pay Ajay 2,500 USD every single month. That is the expansive mindset you need to have when you want to invest. Now, that's very broad example that I have given with respect to what packages he offers. You are the best to make that call when you get in touch with Ajay. Have that conversation going with him, letting him know what it is that you want for your business. And he would let you know that what are the next steps and how it can be taken and what is the investment that will be best suited for your requirements. Helps, Ajay, or you want me to add anything else? I'm happy to do.
One thing, like what is the one thing that you would like to tell to the women who are not into job or who are just starting out? What is like one thing that you would want them to get inspired with? Like for me, one of the most important thing that I got inspired with you is like there was a time when I have never been to gym. Like it has been 25 years. I have never been to gym. I just sleep, walk, eat, that's it. And then I joined gym, and then I was just going from my home and telling my parents that I am going to gym, and then I will just move here and there. And when I am near to my house, I will buy a water bottle. I will just spread it on my body, and then I will come home jogging that I have so much of sweet coming, and this is not water. And like for 1 year, I did this. And then my mom was saying that you are not getting thin, but you are getting more fat. What gym you are doing? And but till then I never been to gym, and right now I am into that stage that since almost a month that I am walking like twice a day. Every day I am walking like 1.5 hours a gym, no breaks, no Sundays. Even I like for Sunday our gym is off, but still I am sitting in gym and interviewing you. So for me now, like making body is not the priority, but living a healthy lifestyle is the main thing. And since the time I have started to follow the routines and the lifestyle that you have inspired me, it has given me a different level of motivation, energy, and mindset shift. Like my mind, the way I used to walk, it has totally different. And now, like when previously when I used to run, like if I run for 500 meters, I get tired and I'm like, but right now I can run continuously for 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, even 8 kilometers. And I am walking like 1.5 hours a day in gym, and then 1.5 hours in evening as well. And I don't get tired. Like I have built a great stamina and strength. So this is one thing that I got inspired from you. And whenever I meet anyone, I just try to learn things. So this is one and most important thing that I have learned from you. So just now tell, like, what is one of the thing that you want to tell our audience and get them inspired to?
Beautiful. So I strongly believe, and that's what I'm going to share, do something that you love doing. Always in life, it's easy for us to get lost in the chaotic world of I am busy, I am occupied, I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'm binging on Netflix. My office is very hectic. My children keep me busy. It's very easy for women to use these phrases and say, it is right. I also have two young boys aged 5 and 10. Yes, they are demanding. Yes, they keep me occupied. But find that time for yourself to be able to do what you love doing. And like Ajay said, thank you so much for saying all that you said about how I have inspired you with respect to health. Because I strongly believe in, if there is no health, it does not matter how much of anything else you have. So yes, pick that health up, get going, do what you love doing, and rest everything will fall in place by itself.
Awesome, awesome. So this is all, and thank you so much for taking your time. And it has been my huge pleasure, and I want to express my gratitude, like that you have given us this time, and you have said so much nice words. This is like one of the best feeling and one of the best thing that I have ever done into my life, that I used to hear so much of nice words for the from the people who I am working with. So thank you so much. And I hope this your journey will inspire other women to start and scale their business too. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Ajay. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be here with you today, sharing my thoughts.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you.
Bye.
Bye.